Hey, what's good everyone? Local Iceman here. Today's video I'm going to do a little question and answer video. I kind of have a request from someone named Arumi. Sorry if I butcher your name there, Arumi, about doing a question and answer session. And I'm not sure exactly how to format that or kind of what you were thinking, but I had another basic question from a guy named Mike about how much does it cost to sharpen one of our blades? And that's a good question. That's a question I kind of have for you guys too. So this is a little question and answer thing we're going to do. It's going to be me asking questions for you guys to answer so we all can get kind of answers from each other, and I'm just kind of curious about the blade in general. And you'll see the questions I'm going to ask here. Hopefully you guys will also be curious with these questions too. So basically here it is. So I got 6 questions I'm going to ask about the blade itself. So first question, number of blades. How many blades do you guys have for your sheets? And you say number of blades and number of sheets. So I'm just kind of curious how many blades you have. And I realize if you have like 4 sheets, you're probably going to have a lot of blades, a couple Zambonis. So I'm just kind of curious to see if you're a single sheet, how many blades you have, and if you're a multiple sheet, how many blades you have for your machines. Second question is, do you guys use a standard blade or do you use a 32-degree blade or some other special blade? And I want to really keep this for Zambonis and Olympias. I don't really want to get into special machines or small machines or anything oddball European, or just basically your Zamboni and your Olympia machines. Do you stick with the standard blade like you see right here, or do you try a different style of blade like the 32-degree blade with the threaded bolts into it, or any other blade that you have that we may not know about? Third question is, how often do you change your blade? So that could be like how many cuts you get per blade, or how many days a week do you go before you change your blade. So we typically go once a week, if not twice a week, depending on how busy the season, if there's junior games and stuff like that. Again, I'll put my answers below to these questions, so I'm not going to answer them all here right now. And the fourth question is, where do you have your blade sharpened? Do you do it in-house? Do you have to ship it somewhere? Is it local? I know, some guy in Australia. I know there's knife sharpening companies down in Australia and stuff, but if you're located somewhere in the boonies, like in Alaska and stuff, do you sharpen your own blades? Do you ship it out somewhere? As well as, do you do any kind of leasing with, again, 32 degrees? They lease a blade where you basically get a blade and they ship you another one. You swap it out and you ship that one back. And let me know if you're leasing the blade, if you own the blade, and how also, what's the turnaround time to, like, is it kind of like a week, 2 weeks to get a blade sharpened? Here, if I drop a blade off, I can get it back within a week. So the fifth question is cost. How much are you paying to get your blade sharpened? You guys paying by the inch? Or you guys paying? So I think that's how we get charged. I think it works out for a 77-inch blade to be about $30 to $32 per blade. And we get a really good deal because the family has played hockey in the past and was involved in the rink in the past. So it'd probably be a little bit more if we didn't have that special deal. And the sixth and final question is, do you have any special tips or tricks or apparatuses do you use to put the blade on? I know Zamboni sells this real expensive pallet jack looking thing. I know it's all these little other things you could buy, but do you have any tips or tricks? You see me how I put the blade on. I just basically slide the 2x4s or the 4x4s underneath the conditioner there, and I lift it up. I know there's some expensive apparatuses you could buy that jack the blade up in the air, and as well as you could place your bolts in there and have your bolts ready, so when you lift the blade in the air, your bolts just go right into the holes. Those are expensive. It's definitely not our style here. That's why I like the 32-degree blade with the threaded bolts. It really makes the blade changing process much easier. And I got long arms, being 6'5", so these guys with short arms, I don't know how you reach around and get the bolt and the nut and washer on the top side. It must be pretty difficult. Other than that, that's about it. I don't want to get too in-depth and too many questions. Gets us a huge rabbit hole. Again, I'll try to do some more videos like this in the future. And go ahead and comment below if you have any suggestions or if you have any questions about what other drivers are doing at other rinks, and I'll kind of make another video towards that. Because I want to do one on machines too, like what type of machines people are using and what kind of add-ons they have and things like that. So, but for now, let's go ahead and keep with these questions. That's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. As always, hope you learned something. Like the local Iceman says, stay cool.